what is up? Windows ATM Hacks here, and I'm going to be showing you the best way to upgrade your operating system. Alright, so there's a few things you're going to need first. First, it's going to be an external hard drive, so then you can back up all your data to it. First, what you want to do is organize your data and then store it on the external hard drive, which I prefer using 3.0, but for me right now I'm just using a 2.0. And you're also going to need a 8GB or 4GB flash drive, so then you could install the operating system from. You could either use a DVD, something like this, which is rewritable for me. And yeah, it's going to be 4.7 gigabytes in size. It's a DVD RW for me. Plus or negative, it doesn't really matter. Just any old DVD. And this is what I'm going to upgrade for you guys. It's a standard desktop computer. And yeah, let's get started.
Alright, so I know in the video I showed Windows 8 running, but I threw a hard drive that was laying around and installed Windows 7 to it, and I'm going to upgrade it to Windows 8.1. Now, let's get started. What you want to do is open up an internet browser, or just click on the link in the description. And we're just going to be downloading the Windows 7 USB DVD download tool. I'm going to be linking to Softpedia because it doesn't, have third-party software installing at the same time. Go ahead and save it. Once it's downloaded, just go ahead and install it. And I'm assuming you already have a ISO image or a disk of a Windows software or something similar. Now what you want to do is just insert the USB flash drive you're going to be installing it to, which I have already done. Select yes. Select browse. Go to downloads. Select the ISO image. Click next. Select USB or DVD, however you may be installing the software. Ensure that anything on the flash drive has been backed up on the system. Select erase and yes. This may take some time, so let's just plug in the other hard drive that we're going to just back up our data on. Alright, once you have connected the external hard drive, just go ahead and open up the libraries. Go to computer. And I'm just gonna delete whatever files that are currently on the hard drive, and I'm just gonna name it backup. And what you're going to want to do is just snap this to one side of the screen and then snap another to another side of the screen. And then just go ahead and go to computer and select the users. And then for me there's only one user because this is a new formatted hard drive, but I'm gonna select these main 4 folders to back up onto the backup hard drive. You're just gonna drag and drop that, and I'm gonna do the desktop and downloads as well. Some of the more important files, and then if you have multiple users, just go ahead and select new folder to make a new folder and name it whatever user. And then once these are done, just go ahead and drag and drop it once the copying has finished. I'm going to create another folder and name it programs, and then one more named drivers. Okay. Looks like our USB flash drive is almost done. Let's just go ahead and go to Google. Once we're there, go ahead and search for your OEM, your computer's drivers. Now, I'm going to enter in Acer drivers. You may enter Lenovo, Toshiba, Asus, any of the other OEM manufacturers to get drivers. I'm going to select the first link, and then I'll just select any computer. Not relevant enough. Gonna go to Aspire. And yeah, once you find the proper product, go ahead and switch it over to the operating system. It still says Windows 8, but it's still compatible for Windows 8.1. Now, if you look here, it looks like there's the audio driver, card reader driver, the LAN driver, and VGA driver. If you don't know what one to download, you can just easily go to the computer properties and device manager, and then you can just go to the display adapters, and it says NVIDIA GeForce. You're gonna download the following NVIDIA GeForce for the graphics, but it says the LAN driver. There's only one. You may have wireless or Bluetooth. If you see 2 drivers, I would down 2 different type of vendor driver. I would download both just to be safe, and yeah, just download the ones you need. Shouldn't take much to download it. Just go to your downloads, enter up the backup, and just drag and drop the drivers to the driver folders. And let's go ahead and look for some internet security. I like AVG internet security. I'm gonna just use the free trial. To make it easier, you could go and click on the more options and click on save as, so then you could just save it directly onto the backup hard drive. Gonna want to put it in the proper folder. Now, as I may have said earlier, I'm assuming that you already have the disk image. If you don't have one, there's other YouTube videos out there showing how to properly download ISO images to ensure that you have the proper image. Looks like our backup's done. Can just go ahead and close out of it. And then the backup on here has finished as well, so I'll just drop those into the proper user folder. And yeah, it looks like everything was backed up properly, and the driver is there, and the programs that we want are there as well. Once you have completed all of that, creating the bootable USB drive or DVD, and you have organized and backed up all your data, we can go ahead and start installing the operating system. Alright, we can go ahead and restart the operating system now. As it's restarting, well, after it restarts, we can go ahead and spam the F12 or F2 key. For some reason it didn't go to the boot options for me, but I know that it automatically selects the flash drive to boot from, so this is the Windows 8.1 installation booting from the flash drive. Just go ahead and select your region. Select install now. Just go ahead and enter in your product key. Once you have entered in the key, you will be prompted with the license terms. Select I accept. Select next, select custom, and as you see, there are two drives here, drive 0 and drive partition 1. This is the backup, as I have titled it previously. You can go ahead and delete it, but if you want, And if you don't want to back up all your data, you can just select next after right here, but you probably want to just delete the entire hard drive for the best experience. And then you'll see the drive 1 backup is untouched with all your data on it. Select the drive 0 and then next. Now this next process can take some time, up to about 45 minutes or so, and as short as 20 minutes. And yeah, I'll see you guys once this process is done. Alright, now it's just asking for a PC name. I'll just give it the name. Once you have the name, hit enter. I'm just going to use Express settings, and then it's not connected to the internet, so I'll just enter in my name. And this is going to take a little bit, so I'll see you after. Alright, now that that is done, I just like to go to the computer and then select the drive and go to Properties by right-clicking it and then select Compress Hard Disk to save space, select yes, and apply changes to folders and subfolders of C. Select yes and ignore all for all the files that can't be compressed. And yeah, that's going to take some time, and just install your drivers by going to the Charms bar settings, or just going to the PC info and device manager. And in here you could just right click on the selected file, or the drivers you have downloaded, you can just extract it to downloads or any other folder. And then just go to the folder and run the setup file to install your drivers. Alright, now that you have installed all the necessary drivers, you could go ahead and go to File Explorer and go to this computer, and now move the backup files of your user to your new current existing user. And while that's doing that, you can go ahead and start installing the program. Sorry, the programs that you'd like to install. Keep in mind to install them one at a time, because it may affect the installation or the installation time. And that's gonna be it. If you wanted to save your themes, if you had a theme previously on an operating system, if you right click and go to personalize, and if you had some different background like so, you could just right click and save theme for sharing and just enter in whatever, you know, to save it for sharing. And then once you have installed the new operating system, you can just double click on the theme, and then you can save your theme to the new operating system. But that is essentially it. This has been brought to you by Windows 8 TM Hacks. Like, comment, and subscribe.